ladies, how are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, sweetheart, smash that subscribe button, turn your notification so you are notified each time I upload, and please give this video a thumb up. I appreciate you all so much, and thank you so much for the support, the love you all shower me here with. I am grateful. So today we'll be talking about what is going on in Congo and how France, how US, how Israel, how the British, how all of them are part of the problem going on right now. And the worst is that the social medias are suppressing people's voices to what is going. See, it is clear that some people are very greedy. They are self-centered. They are evils. Because how do you sit down and watch people die every day? How you displace people just to take away what they have? That shows how evil they are. And I keep saying this, not until we are ready, especially Africans, not until we are ready to fight. When I mean fight, not until then. Let's get into this.
No wonder America and Britain are backing Israel right now, because they are in cahoots for another genocide in Congo, in Africa. You know the phone in your hand right now that we have been using for the past however long to amplify the voices of Palestinians and their suffering and the genocide that is happening right now, that has been happening for a long time. Almost the exact same thing is happening in Congo. There is a Holocaust. Why didn't I know about this? I've been reading about it. I've been reading, watching videos, and I scrolled on my FYP, like I searched it on TikTok and I scrolled. June of 2022, people were making content, trying to get the message out. This phone in your hand that we are using to exercise our freedom of speech, to advocate for people who don't have a voice. This phone is being used to enforce slavery, enslavement of the Congolese people. The West, Britain, America, Israel are funding extremist groups and military actions in Congo to enslave, rape, kill, cleanse those in Congo for the material that is used in the phone you are holding right now. How do people not become extremists? Oh my gosh. If I were to go and try and do something about that now and enforce the same violence that they are enforcing against the Congolese people, I would be labeled a terrorist. If the Congolese people, if a group in Congo stood up against what is happening, they would be labeled terrorists. It's the same shit that's happening in Palestine, my God. Wow. No wonder America and Britain are backing Israel.
I understand what I'm about to say is coming from the mouth of a white woman or perceived woman. I understand that. So I understand that it comes with a very heavy, serious weight and a lot of implication. We have got to rethink what revolution looks like. We have really got to understand that they tried to take this tool, TikTok, away from people, and instead, let me go back a step. I want y'all to understand, I made a video a couple months back that was like, I hadn't seen international content on my TikTok feed in weeks. I was so stressed out that there had been some algorithmic change that stopped my TikTok from being international. And since Thursday of 2 weeks ago, I have been inundated with not just international content, but international and national in a way that is revolutionary. There is a shift. And so when I talk to my fellow millennials, when I talk to fellow white people, when I talk to fellow Americans, I need you to be tapped in, right? Because the same things that people have been fighting for years, right? Like, it's not like Americans have always silently been allowing war and atrocity to happen in our name, right? We had so many people that said, hey, we shouldn't be doing what we're doing to Japan. We had people that were like, hey, we shouldn't be doing what we're doing to Vietnam and Korea and Yemen and Libya and Afghanistan. Like, but I think the difference between then and now is this whole thing, right? So when we talk about revolution, I really think that we have to take it out of just the context of what that would look like on our scale, on the American scale, and really apply it to the global scale. Really apply it to the global scale. Britain, France, Americans, all of us people that are in the colonizing countries. What does revolution look like when we do it together? For so long, they have trapped us in this idea that there is nothing we can do, that these systems are so super massive, that they are so super oppressive, that they are so super mega impossible to overcome. And I do think on some level they might be if it were just America, if it were just Britain, if it were just France, if it were just Israel. But why does it have to be just each one individually? It starts with boycotts, absolutely. And I think global boycotts, very specifically in these countries, is going to be pivotal to that. But we really have to start understanding that we will have to take on some personal onus, some personal risk in changing the way that we have lived our lives at the expense of other people in the global South's lives. We will have to. This whole thing of we can't not vote for Biden or we can't vote third party because it's just going to go to Trump and then the problem's going to be here. First of all, the problem is already here. Like, I don't know, but if you aren't listening, like, Hawaiians are having problems, indigenous people are having problems, women, black people, Latino people, like, across the nation have been having issues that our rights are being just ripped from them and from us, queer people. So, like, when you say it's going to be more real, like, it's just because it hasn't been real enough for you yet, right? Like, I'm not trying to be a bitch. I'm just trying to say, like, you know, in your heart of hearts that the battle has to be here in order for us to find a way to win. And I think that concept is so truly terrifying, so truly unreal, that you would rather continue the cycle of abuse that we are currently in because it leads it somewhere else. Because it means that the other people get to deal with the downfall of our choices. We don't have to deal with it ourselves. And we have to start taking culpability. And we have to start recognizing that not only do we have people across the world that are living horrific realities because of our comfort, because of our contentment in the sameness of the reality we are in. But beyond that, there are people here who are already experiencing the atrocity of loss of rights. We have to rethink everything, and I mean it. I mean it from the ground up. I mean it. We need global revolution. Global revolution. I need people to be thinking bigger than they ever have and closer than they ever have. I need us to be so interconnected that our realities are one. And I also need people to understand the risk means we will have to take on personal risk to change the world as we know it. And if you can't accept that, you have to accept you are, in fact, the problem.
No wonder America and Britain are backing Israel right.
But wait, there's more. There are active internment and concentration camps, yes, like the ones in World War II that happen to be existing and are actively in use in China, Kazakhstan, and Turkey, and that little corner of the world, to house the Uyghur people, who happen to be an ethnic minority that are predominantly Muslim. That's been going on since 2014. At least it's been made aware by the world stage in 2014. And in 2017, the concentration camps were labeled as one of the most inhumane practices to come out of China. We've known about genocide actively happening across the globe, and we've done nothing about it.
No wonder America and Britain are backing Israel right.
If you have a moment, please go and watch this video. And I hope it strings you to go watch a whole heap of other videos and look more into the Holocaust and the genocides that are going on right now in the world. Those world powers in the West, Britain, Germany, Israel, y'all have something coming. Universe no sleep, God no sleep. The people of the world is not sleeping. They are seeing everything. We're seeing everything. And our poor little tax dollars are murder people for phone aisle. That makes
From Congress that will... No wonder America and Britain are backing Israel right. Can the world slow down for a second, please? Can the world stop for a second, please? Why? Why? Go back and watch her video. If you haven't seen her video yet, go back and watch her video. Make sure you save that, make sure you share it, and make sure you post it as well. There's a genocide going on in Congo as well. And there's no media coverage at all. Go back and watch her video. Do you know why nobody likes the fact that I mentioned the alien lizard conspiracy? It's because nobody wants it to be true. You know what? I'm starting to be more and more convinced, if you take the sci-fi stuff out of it, that it is real. This crap is happening. It is. It's happening. You remember that movie, The Purge? That's what this is. This is the fucking Purge. Bro. This is scary shit. This is really scary shit. Bro. Not cool. Not cool. No one.
Are you aware of the genocide happening right now in Congo? Oh no, of course not. America is distracting you with Israel. Yeah, okay. Let me bring your attention back to what really matters. Because the reason why Congo is even divided as the Republic of Congo and Congo Brazzaville as of right now is because of the same people that we're going to talk about today. Hi, my name is Valerie Ida and I'm the host of the Valerie Ida Show. For those of you that don't know, there is a huge genocide happening right now in Congo, and women are being raped at almost 50 people per hour. Yes, I want you to hear that. Because why? Your nations, America, France, Britain, Israel, want Colton. You know, all these nations that act like they're so rich but are really poor, not only in mindset, but in ethics, morality, and business. Because essentially, politics is really business. Let me tell you something. These people are greedy. Congo is the way it is now. Congo has never seen a day of grace, joy, laughter since the killing of Prime Minister Patrice Lumumba If you don't know his story, I've spoken about him on my platform, and you need to go back to that video and watch it. They have not had peace. They have always been divided because other nations, the real third world countries, come stealing from us, raping our women, paying and creating militias within our own people, turning them against each other, giving them resources and things access to take out our own. Meanwhile, the people work there under labor conditions that are not even to be spoken of. Colton is found. They have to dig. Those people risk their lives digging to get this coltan that you take, you sell, you make iPhones that are worth thousands of dollars. You're making all these. Meanwhile, the places that you're getting these things from, the people, water, clean water they don't have, bread they don't have, but you're still greedy. When do you not think is enough? Go search Prime Minister Patrice Lumumba when he died, when he was alive. How many years ago was that? You have not let Congo breathe. Every day you want more. You want access to more. And you want it without paying for it. I'm sorry, when can I walk into a store in America and walk out with bags of Louis Vuitton items and not pay for it? But you feel like you can do that and distract the world with BS while you are the real criminals. You're the real scammers. You want to call Nigerian scammers? Do you know Indians sit here and scam your system all day? Why do you think they have liquor shops and mobile shops all day? Gas stations. Because when they want to, they'll set a fire, file a BS insurance claim, and now they have a brand new store. Now they have a chain of 3 other stores. Ask them how they make their money. Since you want to call us scammers, you've been getting scammed since you've existed. America's the #1 scam of the entire globe. You tell people to come here for a better life after you've ruined their lands, and then make it upsell this like it's the place to be. Meanwhile, you don't own anything. And the black people here really think they're citizens. No, you're just residing here, and after you die, you're going to go about your business. They're going to dump your body and not find any relevance to you like they do with anybody else. It's interesting that the people who are the biggest fugitive criminals, liars, con artists have the most to say about everybody else. It's always the ones. It's always them. Congo is suffering. You're not tired. People dying. You want more. Those people have given you. You're taking everything from them, and nothing in your damn conscience makes you say, when do I draw the line? It's about greed. You want more at the expense of people's lives. And you're not going to talk about it on the news, because why would you ever tell on yourself? You make me sick, and I spit on this nation. Let me tell you something. We've been going through this for hundreds of years. You won't see any glory. All you lands, the only continent that will prosper is Africa. All of you, I just want to let you know that you're getting introduced to how you're going to end. All you nations are getting introduced to how you're going to end. Because everything you've thrown at us to break us, built us to be the greatest. But you're going to see how that's going to eliminate all of you. Because you're not built like us. You know, I could stand in the sun and I'm gaining strength. You stand in the sun and you prune. You're dying. Because God doesn't like ugly. Anything that's of him absorbs light. You can't absorb it. It bounces off you. Because what is God-like in you to even reflect God-like out of you. You make me sick. All of you nations make me sick. I'm disgusted. There is nothing human about this. There is no humanity. You've lost all of your marbles. All of it. And you just keep finding more puppets to play your games. All of you will have no peace. Yo, what? As you have forcefully stepped into seats and forcefully taken what's not yours, just wait. Olugo, it's time. What? Yo. Those people deserve a break. They deserve a united Congo. They deserve happiness, joy, laughter, dance. Africa needs everything you're taking away from it. I'm like, yo, you're killing my people, yo. And you sit here and expect me to treat y'all with kindness? You want love and respect? You don't have that decency in your blood. Yo, y'all are not human. Animals treat each other better than y'all treat. God, no. God, no. Why do we have to fight over grace and kindness? I want war. My people haven't gotten a breath. Colton, greed, oil, resources. Nothing is enough. Hey, God, this world is wicked, bro. It's wicked. And the people who live there half the time don't know what's going on. They can't keep track. Y'all are wicked. And everything coming your way, you deserve it. No warnings. May God continue to sama una. Yes, you deserve it. You getting wiped out by hurricanes. Oh, well. Should have cried about that about 200 years ago when we kept telling you to stop. Nah, player. Every ancestor, every god, every diary we want. It's war. I didn't think, like, did you really think you killed these people in their spirits? No. Just kept reincarnating. Kept coming back stronger, greater, wiser, more indestructible. Which is your worst nightmare. Think I fear death? We're all going to die. So let's go out with a bang, folks. Let's go out with a bang. Let's go out with a bang. Absolutely. Africa, one nation, under God. That, we gonna show you what that really looks like. You so thirsty to lead the pack. You don't know where you're going. You started in delusion, that's where you're gonna end off at. How you gonna start in delusion and end in reality? I've never seen it. You make me sick. All of you watching this video, you need to sit there and check your conscience. Check your conscience. Because these people at the top are all a reflection of the energies that you all hold. You can say whatever you want, but your energy is your blueprint, player.
I am so happy that people are talking about what's happening in DRC right now. As someone who lives out of the country, me and many first-gen people have been screaming this for years and have had no one listen. The most we got was probably prayers. But I want to say something that people need to be aware of. This is not something that can be easily fixed or solved. This is an issue that's been going on for decades. It can't be solved with just a boycott or calling representatives or just, having a video go viral. This is going to take a lot of work. I know everybody wants to be a freedom fighter, but literally this is something that you can't just underhand in just one swoop. It's going to be a long fight. When it comes to information, don't just rely on people on TikTok. Go research it. If you can't find it, dig deeper. Go to your library. And when you talk about Congo, if you choose to talk about it, be aware of the language you're using. I'm already seeing videos talking about Congo being the most unsafe place. It's a cesspool for violence. This is my home, and the way people are framing it is that it's just a country with nothing but violence. That's not it. There's so much beauty and heart in my country that people do not realize. The commercials and the movies make you think that Africa in a general whole is just somewhere that's just completely improvised that white saviors need to come in to help fix it. It's not. The continent is full of beautiful countries that suffer from colonialism and corrupt government. Be aware of how you are describing a place and do your due diligence and have discernment.
Congo is currently going through a silent holocaust where millions, not thousands, millions of people are being killed so that the Western world can continue to benefit from their natural resources. And I'm going to make another video fully explaining everything that's happening and why it's happening. But for a second, I just wanted to talk about the fact that there is no such thing as a post-colonial era. There is no post. We're living in it now. It's now. Similar to the conversations that we have in psychology about post-traumatic stress disorder and how people living in countries where, for example, they're experiencing genocide and have been for decades, there is no such thing as post-traumatic stress disorder because the trauma and the stress never ended. There's no post. We are not living in a post-colonial era. And as much as it's beautiful and amazing that people are starting to educate themselves on what is happening in the world, there's a reason why it seems to be treated kind of like a trend where the support will start to drop off as time goes on. People start to feel emotionally drained and tired, and for example, with everything that's been happening with Palestine and all the support that people have been showing, the moment there was a little bit more media attention on what is happening in Congo and starting to circulate and people are starting to become aware of it, there is significantly less energy and support going to Congo because people are feeling so drained from all the support they were giving to Palestine. And I wanted to make this video to say that you are going to feel drained if you treat every single one of these situations, every single one of these genocides as their own individual things. If you spent time looking into what's going on in Palestine, you're watching videos, you're reading articles, and then you see this video and you're like, oh my goodness, there's a silent Holocaust happening in Congo. Okay, now I have to go educate myself on that. And you treat it as a completely separate thing that you now have to go and read articles about to try to understand the full scope of what's happening. You are going to feel drained because you're only seeking a surface level understanding of the situation. It's kind of like trying to read a book, but you skip past the intro and start reading the chapters at the back of the book. You're missing context. There's terminologies that you don't understand. You gotta read the intro to understand the rest of the book. At the end of the day, all of these things are connected. If you have an understanding of white supremacy and colonialism as a whole, then you will understand what is happening in Palestine, in Congo, in Sudan. But learning about these things is going to take you longer than just a weekend. It's going to take more than just one book or one article. All I'm trying to say is that it's a commitment to continued education, and you don't have to do it alone. There are so many people who have devoted their lives to educating us on these topics. There's so many people who have devoted so much time into creating content so that we can consume it, so that we can learn and educate ourselves. I'm going to tag some videos below of other creators who have been talking about Congo so that you can have a full understanding of what's happening. Again, I'll make my own video as well. Just don't want to see the support for Congo start to drop off because so many people are feeling drained and they're feeling like, oh, I spent too much energy supporting Palestine, because it's already happening. If you focus on educating yourself on the big picture, it's going to feel a little less daunting to then go into the details of understanding what is going on in each respective country. And if anyone else has anything to add, please comment it below.
So this is all I got from this video, and I'm sending a very big shout out to everyone out there speaking up on the the Holocaust, the genocide going on in Congo. And I have a platform. That's why I am trying as much as I can to use this platform to also create awareness so other people will know. Some of the videos I made about this, some people were like, we don't know what is going on. They were like, some are not even aware of this. But the aim is to get it out there so everybody can also be a mouthpiece. Nothing is too small to do. Even if it's something you can just, your WhatsApp, your Instagram, all your social media apps. It is time to create the awareness. And another one is that most content that are being created on this are being suppressed by TikTok. Why? Because they do not want people to know this. And we actually have been, so much into what has been going on in Palestine that we forgot that there is a genocide going on in Congo and people are suffering. Every 1 hour, about 50 baby girls are being raped. And that really boils down to how horrible, how greedy the Westerners are. You all see all the money coming up from United States to other countries. Where are they getting all this money? Where are the money? I know some are taxpayers' money, and they keep stealing from Africa. Since Africans met them, they are still in the same place. They are still this. Nothing has really changed. Nothing. It's been the same story. And they say Africans are poor. Why they are feeding off Africans? They say we do not have houses. I mean, it's a jungle. How do you steal from jungle? When we talk about the poor countries, the Western countries are the poor. They are poor. If not that they keep stealing from Africa to feed themselves, while the people in Africa, where they get the money, go hungry. Most people are being taken away from their homes. Some already fled from their homes. They do not have homes. They just live as the day comes. You know how you live, you don't know where you sleep, you don't know what you eat, you don't know what will happen. Just living. You're just living for living's sake. This is what the Westerners had made people in Congo, Sudan. That is the story of their lives as it stands right now. And they are still stealing. They are not tired. What are we going to do? I keep saying this. Africans must unite. That is number one. They must unite and fight what is fighting them. Because you can be divided and you are fighting. We must all come together to fight this fight. You know, fortunately, I think I made a post on this probably on Friday, and on Saturday I went out to shop. Guess what? I met a Congolese young man and we got talking about the politics. Guess what he told me? He said, it's been years, 20-something years that this has been happening. People are dying. So many things are happening. They are using Rwanda. Yeah, they said they are using Rwanda to rob them. They send Rwanda military to them. So they chase them, they unalive, they do so many things, they rape, and they come, steal what it's going, steal what they have. Then, now when you look at what is going on, Rwanda is a well-developed country. This is also part of the things they stole from Congo through the aid of US. All the Westerners are the ones doing this, but they decide. You see how they have been using Africans. They are the ones doing these horrible things, but they use Rwanda to bridge the gap, so people wouldn't know what is going on. We would think that the invasion is coming from Rwanda when they are the ones working with Rwanda. And not until African governments decide that we are not going to stand for Westerners, not until then we are ready to talk. But for now, if we are not ready to unite to fight what is fighting them, like I keep asking this, how do you know that the Westerners are the ones controlling everything going on? It's just like the crude oil in Nigeria. That you can imagine a country that is so blessed that they have to export crude oil. You can imagine having the crude oil and you have to export it to other countries to refine it. And then before you get what you are refining back, everything is all finished. They've stolen everything from you. That shows how senseless. I am sorry to use this, but that is it. How senseless some African governments are. Since we met them, we are still at the same place. Not until we are ready to wake up and fight back. Not until then. But then, let's keep doing what we are doing. Free Congo. Enough is enough. You all cannot be feeding off people. And they sit down and watch people die. I mean, this has always been in their blood. As long as they survive, they said it is survivor. So they have to survive off us dying. It is survival for them. Yeah. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.